Okay, hi. Hi, hello. What's up, everybody? Hi, hello. I'm Dovei. You knew that. This is the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta for 2019. For those of you unfamiliar, I'll be providing a link to the 4-job Fiesta site, as well as putting in the description the jobs I am assigned, but more on that in a sec. Since I can't stream it this year, I decided to record it a little bit, and also to kind of whip myself into shape a little bit. Anyway, that's not important. The 4-job Fiesta, the short of it, the TLDRs, it's an annual charity challenge thing for Final Fantasy V, raises thousands and thousands of dollars for charity. More info in the description. Like I said, probably 7 times by now because I have a tendency to repeat myself. Also, I repeat myself a lot and I'm a little redundant. But yes, since I can't stream it, I'm going to just record it. This is essentially bonus content. This is not tied to anything Patreon related and any of that. This is just for fun, and because I do this every year. I've been doing it every year since, like, I don't know, I've done it a lot. But yes, this is the 4-job Fiesta. Essentially, it's a challenge where I can only use jobs that are assigned to me at each crystal via a bot on Twitter, Gilgabot. So yeah, if you want to participate, link in description. Smash that like button. Okay, we're done here. There's that little intro. This isn't really a story playthrough. I'm playing on the GBA version, because it has the cleanest translation, and that's pretty much the only reason why. Super Famicom version's good. The fan translation is not my cup of tea. Is all I'm gonna say about that. And the PS1 version and the Steam/mobile version. So I'm going to be playing the GBA version. Okay, we have my opinions on other versions of this game. This is my personal favorite version of the game. The audio is not the best, but the translation is kind of where I'm at, and the bonus content's pretty cool too. So, yeah. My first job, by the way, well, you know, I'll reveal that later. I'm going to be putting my job info in the description. So, like, I was gonna have a layout, I was gonna use my normal streaming layout for that. That's more distracting for a YouTube video, I imagine. When you can just, like, see in the description what stuff is. I'm gonna be following the same rules I follow for Dragon Quest V, which kind of now is kind of an epiphany that I'm playing the 2 biggest RPG series, 5th installment, at the same time. And both are games that I love to death. I wouldn't be playing this game every year if I didn't love it to pieces. So, if I ever go through with my super mega ambitious project, I'll do a lot more in-depth of this game. This is just basically for fun and to, you know, cover the whole I'm doing the Fiesta. But yeah, I'm going to follow the same rules I'm setting for myself for Dragon Quest V. If I need to grind, I'll either have it as a separate, you know, Part B, Episode 37, Part B or whatever. Episode 37B or whatever. And, you know, do that or just cut it entirely. So I'm not going to waste people's time with grinding. Except early game, there's a little bit I'm going to do, but I'll be talking over that. Nothing major, especially since the 4-job Fiesta is a challenge run, and kind of the model with which I do most of my other challenge runs of other games. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot less grinding that I need to do. Casually speaking, I would kind of gain like 1 level just to get, like, an extra weapon or so, bomb rush the first crystal, get 2 mages going, and then do, like, some job grinding and whatnot, and then switch jobs and start them on, like, this multitasking thing. But the Fiesta does not allow that, really. It does later on when you get all of your jobs, but for the most part, you just kind of are used what you're given. There's a lot of equipment and a lot of side quests that just don't matter, depending on what jobs you get. Some jobs are easy mode, like, say, if you get Blue Mage, unless it's, like, your first time playing FF5, if you get Blue Mage, you basically win. If you get Chemist from the Earth Crystal, you basically win. Whereas if you start with something like Thief or White Mage, the beginning of the game is really rough. Both jobs are really good, but it's kind of rough. So on and so forth. Some jobs are really good, some are not. I am not playing with Berserker Risk. If I roll Berserker, I might keep it. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm probably just gonna keep it. If I get Berserker, so be it. I have run Berserkers before, it's fine. There are just some quests you do and some you do not, depending on how the Fiesta goes, depending on the luck of the draw. As for the game itself, I'm not going in depth with the plot or the story or any of that. It's just gonna be me focusing more on the gameplay aspect and running through stuff with the jobs I'm giving. This is a normal Fiesta, because that's pretty much how I've always streamed it. This is just normal. So no extra conditions, no Berserker Risk, no 750, no 750 only. I'll explain what those are when I get to a town where that's relevant. This may technically turn out to be a no 750 with the job I started with, but more on that when I actually unlock the thing. Yeah. This is my second favorite Final Fantasy, my first being 6, which I Let's Played a bajillion years ago. And I may redo. That'll be my La Mulana, I guess. Someday. Well, you know what? I'm teasing too much of potential stuff in the future. For right now, yes, the intro is a little longer than I remember. Normally, it doesn't really bother me. This is the part where I just move back from the mic and shout Meteor over the loud crashing meteor. And, yeah, it's a joke I've used a lot. Like over this, I would just be going, Meteor! Meteor! Meteor, I'm trying to... And then, you know, so on and so forth, but... That thing I just did, I'm not gonna do. You're welcome. But yeah. So yeah, we are Bartz and Chocobo, the best duo. The first time I played this, I got really excited because I thought Chocobo was gonna be a party member. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is save because I'd rather not rewatch the intro if possible. But yeah, we're gonna go investigate this meteor! And we're gonna get the best bump and battle track in the history of things that never get repetitive ever. Actually, first off, auto dash. Actually, you know what? It's fine. I can just Mario it. I can just SMW it. Everything else is fine. It's all good. So yeah, first off, we're gonna get the least repetitive. How's that, like, 4-second loop going for you? Pretty good? This is the part where you hold A and win. So you don't start with any jobs. So the beginning of a Fiesta is like just literally a casual playthrough for the first, up to the first dungeon. And for some people, depending on the job you get, actually, that's, you know, some people actually just, like, on their first playthrough roll with, like, one job or whatever. Some try to balance it out. I've seen a lot of different things. Also, it's Bartz, not Butts. I am not 5 years old today, anyway. Please enter your name. It's Bartz. That is default. That is canon. I am not a 2-year-old. I'm gonna be mashing through text. If anyone has any questions, let me know. But for the most part, the plot isn't the strongest point of this game. What I like about this game is the depth of the job system and how creative you can be. So my first playthrough, I was fairly young-ish. Like I played the PS1 version because that was the only version that we had in the West back then. And one thing I liked about it, compared to FF4 and 6 at the time, where if I was struggling on a boss, I actually could strategize and change my team around. Like, I could, like, okay, this isn't working. Maybe I should try more magic or more physical and whatnot. I could, like, I more than just level up more. Level up and throw your face at it. No, with this I can change my jobs around, change my abilities around, try new things. And, in my young age, that blew my mind, that I didn't just have to just, you know, go through a shonen anime powering up segment. So, that was cool. And then, back when I started actually participating in internet-related anything, I, learned of the 4-job Fiesta. I want to say my first actual attempt was 2013, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think, I mean, the first one I beat and recorded to, like, actually sending the victory picture was in 2017, I want to say. So, that's cool. Where is, there we go. It's like, I can get a Phoenix down here. They're not the cheapest things on the planet, and I'm probably going to be needing them. My first job isn't that bad. My first job's pretty chill. I don't think I'll be having too much of a problem. Like, it's gonna be bad late game, but let's just see what other jobs I get. But for the beginning game, my beginning game is not gonna be that bad. I'm gonna have a lot of money, and, well, I'm kind of giving it away, haven't I? Let me just save again, because cutscenes. Do I need to save? No, but I'm the type of person that saves every 5 steps in an RPG if given the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite video game of all time, let alone my favorite Final Fantasy, is Final Fantasy VI. This is my second favorite Final Fantasy. It's what I would call a top 5 tier game for my personal list of things I enjoy. I'm not going to say what the best games are because that's super subjective. There is no best game of all time. There's, well, I mean, there are some pretty bad ones, but, you know, it's subjective. Good Final Fantasy, bad Final Fantasy, good game, bad game, that's subjective. One cannot clearly determine what is good or bad because everyone has their own taste to which they judge things. Also, this wonderful battle track. Thankfully, this is not our normal battle track. This is the hold A button and win strat. It's pretty cool. Beginning of the game is, of course, super easy. It's just very basic. Here's how battles typically go, and you beat everything in one hit because it's the beginning of the game, and we want you to have an easy, good time. The Fiesta can be really easy or really hard. The Fiesta can be borderline casual playthrough or actual nightmare, depending on what jobs you get. Like, that's one thing I like about this challenge. You don't know how much of a good run you're going to have or not until you've actually gotten your jobs, and depending on what risks and other conditions you put onto it. So anyway, yeah, you know those guys that we ditched back there? Hey, they're here now and also kind of injured, and now we're gonna go together because it's fate or something. I'm gonna be, like, abridging the story. I'm not knocking the plot. When I say the plot of this game is not its strong point, that's not a knock on the game itself. It's more of a, that's not what this game is remembered for. It's a fairly lighthearted plot, especially for a Final Fantasy. It's generally pretty adventure-y, pretty chill on the tragedy and hometowns burning down and stuff. You know, at first, because Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong, it's a Final Fantasy, but, like, it's got a lot of that lighthearted, almost FF1 level of don't take... There's a plot to drive the characters forward. More than just, you know, there are characters to save the world, but, like, the characters are actually pretty good, but, like, the plot is not the main course. The main course is the job system, in my opinion. If someone diehard loves this plot, I love you, but, like... It's not why I'm here. It's by no means bad. It's just subtle, is kind of a word I'm going for. It's very light. It's just kind of a relaxing little thing. So we have our characters here, and I'm not going to bother moving anyone into the back row because as freelancers, pretty much just everyone's just spamming the attack command. Early game freelancer, there's not a lot to go on. Qua. Okay, now in the GBA version, I think the encounters are not fixed. I think yeah. Okay, so I should... So, what I'm saying is... There are times where, like in other versions of the game, I think the Super Famicom version, there'd be a semi-fixed encounter, like, right before or right after this, like, cutscene really early on in the cave. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have had a second one by now. The encounter rate can be kind of high. Wow, I saw an image in the background. That was just a red square, and I got nervous because it's about in the corner in the exact same shade of red where I would be seeing a disconnect issue in OPS. And that's funny to me because I'm not streaming. But that's like how paranoid everything is right now. It's like right about here, but after the next cutscene, I would get like my first encounter or something. I'm on my third. This is kind of high. Maybe I won't need to grind though. Maybe this ain't so bad. Oh, I should not have just held A. I'm being lazy. Because like, if I had attacked with... if I'd had Lena attack the other one, battle would have been over. Especially with that crit. But yes, let's heal up. Full HP, MP, revive, status ailment, down payment on your automobile, ghost credit, punch in a bat, insurance. I'm running out of words. Anyway, recovery springs are pretty nice. There's not much to say about that. The first episode, because of intro cutscenes, and that's pretty much going to hold true of any RPG LP. The intro cutscenes, like the first parts are always going to be a little bit on the longer side. RPGs might be a bit on the longer side. So on and so forth. I will say this, I did not roll Blue Mage, otherwise I would be really happy. I think I rolled Blue Mage like in 2015 and never since. I've rolled Red Mage legit once, and I re-rolled a Berserker into Red Mage once. I've gotten pretty interesting party comps. Yeah, so like normally here I'd about get my first battle, or like second or third, and this is like my 87th because the encounter rate's kind of hecked up here. Oh, I have water. Oh, thank goodness. Water's awesome, stay hydrated. So, not much to really see. Leather cap, I'm going to just equip that onto Lena, I guess, because she's the lowest HP. Doesn't honestly matter. Whoops. I shouldn't have just held A. Battle's gonna take a little bit longer, unless it's double crit. No. Okay. Otherwise, HP's fine. There we go. No one's really leveled up. Oh, they're level 3 now. Okay. I've not been paying attention. I don't think I have to grind before Wind Shrine, then. Anyway, we leave the dungeon to not leave the dungeon to see a boat! But how does it sail when there's no— oh, I forgot to mention there's no wind. There's no wind, by the way. How does a boat sail with no wind? What a mystery! Let's go steal that boat, I guess. I don't know. Bart's is an interesting human being. An intelligent one, also. Anyway, this is a pirate hideout. Yo-ho, yar, Tharby pirates. Adobe software is overpriced. I don't actually condone piracy. But we're in a pirate's lair. I'm just echoing the thoughts of things that pirates say. And the things that princesses say, like, let's steal a pirate ship. Or no, she was saying let's ask them politely. Galuf was saying let's steal it. Anyway, let's go steal it. I'm gonna open this door because I'm a rebel. Skull switch. Actually, what did I do with that? Who knows? Actually, I don't remember what the switch does. Anyway, we're on a boat now. So we're just gonna take this right out from under a pirate's nose. No big deal. Yo-ho-ho and stuff. I think this might be like the least egregious this era of Nintendo localizing RPGs I've seen. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a princess. Nobody knew. It was kind of really obvious because we watched the opening. Not my fault they skipped cutscenes. And yeah. So instead of killing us and throwing us to the sharks or whatever, Ferris sees that pendant and is like, oh, well, let's just tie him in the brig then, I guess. Instead of just, you know, doing what would normally be like, you know. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, we got tied up. Hooray. Yep, and convenient amnesia is convenient, and now we're just gonna, like, rest here and do more cutscenes. Realistic. Okay, I might edit some of these cutscenes out in the future, but I might not. I'll leave it up to y'all. I'm not going to for this video, because obviously then you wouldn't hear me saying this part of the commentary, but if you want me to just edit out cutscenes like this, let me know, because the point is really just about the gameplay. And I just specifically mean like the longer ones. I'm not editing everything ever out. Just the beginning is kind of really mash A. Listen to my cool clicky keyboard, kind of. Like water. Do you like water, hypothetical chat room? Anyway, yeah, we're going to the Wind Shrine now. Which shocks the pirates, but yeah, and by the way, we just hopped up here. Don't worry about it. Are you going to disobey your orders from your captain? Ferris is talking. When a pirate captain gives an order, you listen to what they have to say, dang it. Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go to the wind shrine now. That guy is just gonna hop up to the crow's nest. And yeah, we're just gonna go with sailing. And this is how the boat moves with no wind. It's our good pal Sildra! Yeah, Sildra. Nothing like a sea serpent dragon thing to help just take us all along on this magical journey. So yeah, that's how the boat moves with no wind. Anyway, we're sailing now. Off we go, yo-ho-ho and stuff. So yeah, what the game does is it, for some reason, doesn't let me move for like a lot longer than it ought to. And then I save, because that was a lot of cuts. 17 minutes. And I was mashing A through like a lot of it. Then again, my encounter rate was really high. Don't mash A here because... I mean, if you're just speedrunning or whatever, yeah, but I like to go to town first. This is true of, like, every playthrough ever. Beer! So yeah, pirates like to get drunk, who knew? Also that guy, because yes. Fairs too, because why not? There's an amusing cutscene that can happen here. I'm gonna just not bother. This does a lot of the Final Fantasy stuff where you can find stuff in barrels and stuff. Also, this game has something that a lot of Final Fantasies before and after sorely needed. You can move and... well, not some of the ones that are like on a track, but this guy's in my way. I'ma move him. If you hold against an NPC long enough, they'll just get out of your way in a hurry. So we're gonna go to the Hall of the Beginners. Of course, I'm not new, so, you know... Okay, when I said I was skipping amusing cutscenes, I meant not that one. But anyway, yeah, actually, I am new. I'm new to Let's Playing this game for YouTube, specifically. One of those is a monster in a box that I'm gonna save for later. Actually, I think that one's a monster in a box. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the other chest up there is a monster in a box that I'm gonna save for a little bit later. Nothing major, nothing fancy. Actually, yeah, okay, so I want to buy Galif a weapon, specifically. Also, while Ferris is getting drunk, she can, or they can just, like, she can just, you know what, screw it, heck it. I gave away the surprise, Ferris. You know what, this isn't a story run. I'm gonna buy a broadsword. You can equip Ferris while she's, getting drunk. I mean, you can't equip her, but you can buy stuff. It's pretty cool. I stumble on words. I don't need any armor. The first boss is incredibly free. And a Patian. I don't need to buy, like, much of anything. And I don't need magic right now. That might change. Actually, I didn't need to go in here. I was just hoping I could get items. Never mind. I'm pretty much good. I want to equip Galif with that broadsword. And I'm gonna find another broadsword in the Wind Shrine, I think. I am gonna go into the pub, though, for a very specific reason, just in case I get barred. Yeah. Because I can't skip this, and if I were streaming, I would just hold down the fast-forward key, but yeah. Yeah, burlesque show, moving on, hand wave, heart speech bubble, that's cool and all. Can I go play the piano now? That's why I'm actually here. Uh-huh. Yeah. Level up. Some traditions from the old days are just, like, gonna exist forever. I could go upstairs and talk to Ferris and hint at the Ferris is actually a woman thing, but meh. Or no, I go to the inn for that. Also, Ferris is coming too. Actually, I'm going to save at Wind Shrine itself. I don't need to equip Ferris. I could buy armor, but honestly, the beginning is really, really easy, especially with how encounter heavy the, like, beginning cave was. That just kind of blew my mind. So yeah, in a casual playthrough, I think I would hit 4 first. I should anyway, actually, but I think I will in the dungeon at the rate I'm going. So yeah, one thing to note about this, unless I get cutscene here, yeah, I'm gonna get cutscene here. I am going to come back to the Wind Shrine a lot, especially before I end the first third of the game, and in the last third of the game. Reason being, this is the best place in the game to grind elixirs. Like, actual elixirs, Final Fantasy elixirs, full restore HP, MP elixirs. This is the best place in the game to grind them. Moldwinds on, I want to say, the 3rd floor or so, drop them at a decent chance, drop chance. I'm going to be grinding them off screen specifically. I'll point out the enemy if I encounter it, but like, yeah, I'm just gonna go here for this box. I'm gonna try and get the treasures. So if I like just randomly go, if I just randomly kind of go, oh, okay, a lot, it'll be because I'm looking at a map. Just because, yeah. Okay, cool. Bart's leveled up. That's cool. I might throw some potions around. This is a save point. I just hit it because I don't know when the text goes away. I think this is the way for... No, it's not. Okay, cool. Other cap, which is going to go on... Galaphagus? And Ferris has a dagger equipped, which is as strong as a broadsword, actually. And, you know, she hits pretty hard, so... Okay, so yeah. Normally, you want to go all the way around through there. No, I'm just going to cut through this wall. I'm going to obtain a broadsword. This is going on Lena. I'm going to go back to that save point, because I'm lower HP than I normally would be for this fight. And I thought I would get, like, a lot more encounters like the cave or whatever. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and save in case this goes poorly. If it does, I'm leaving it in. It'll be hilarious. Just kind of getting a handsome Jack moment on watching myself die here. Except, you know, thinking there's something. So, the Moldwind is this thing. This is a Moldwind. They can spawn in this enemy pack or in groups of 3. And they have a pretty decent chance of dropping elixirs. It'd be great if they did right now. Oh, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to go back and save again. I'm not going to use the tent I have, and nor am I going to throw potions around. So leveling up here is kind of pointless. Actually, wait, no, I can go back to the healing thing. Let's go do that. Because, like, normally I'm level 4 by now, and I didn't have to artificially grind on stuff outside of town like I normally do. But in a casual playthrough, I would have gone for some equipment, so... The first job I rolled, because when you sign up for a Fiesta, they just tell you your Wind Crystal job right away. Oops. Muscle memory. You know what? This is fine. But you get told your Wind Crystal job, like, immediately upon signing up for the Fiesta. Or, like, when the Fiesta goes live, you pre-register. I pre-register, like, a month or whenever, like, the second they open, because I do this every year. Let's go for that elixir chance. That's why I did this, actually, truthfully. Truth be told. Yep, perfect. Oh my god, yes. Okay. So I'm going to be coming back here and grinding a lot. Off screen, of course. Okay, so we got this thing. Uh-oh, here it comes. Wing Raptor. At level 4 with 3 broadswords and a dagger, this is a whole day in wind battle. I think I would have been fine at 3, but I'm always level 4 for this, and just for the sake of hold A and win without having to, like, defend or use potions or whatever. Because Breathwing is a thing. Okay, that would have been, like, really close to critical HP by now, so one more, and I wouldn't have been doing as much damage. I don't know, actually, if I would have just been able to hold A and win. Would have sucked, I think. But yeah. And a Phoenix down. Going here for literally nothing. Just wanted you to be aware that there was nothing in that room. I didn't mistake that there was a box there or anything. Nope. You have no proof. Oh no, the Wind Crystal has shattered! Whatever shall we do? And I'm also going to link my page on the 4-Job Fiesta site, so if people go, well, you just pick jobs that, you know, in case I get good rolls or whatever. So that way you can actually see what jobs I have at any given time. So there's going to be some info in the description. So we're going to get this cutscene about, you know, the crystals choosing these guys as Warriors of Light. Pretty basic Final Fantasy stuff. There are crystals, there are elements, and there are Warriors of Light here to restore the elements that are, like, being taken from the world. And to be honest, that plot point kind of doesn't go anywhere after the first leg of the game. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. They don't really bring the wind stops, the water stagnates, the fire dies out, and the earth decays. They don't really bring that up again after the first leg of the game, which is kind of odd because it's kind of like the driving force. Not to say it doesn't happen in the later parts of the game, but and there's a reason they drop it for the second leg of the game, for fairly obvious reasons if you played this before. But they never really bring it up again, and I always found that kind of odd. Because analyzing plots is just kind of what I do for fun now. Also, King Tycoon is a ghost, crystal ghost king dad guy. Ferris reacted to the pendant, and Ferris reacted to Lena, and Ferris is reacting to King Tycoon. I wonder what her secret is. Also, darkness. Bye. Okay, then we're just gonna mash through a bunch of text. And these are like the remaining pieces that give us our jobs. So here's how the game kind of progresses for the first third of the game. You go to a crystal, it breaks, it gives you a set of jobs. And then the rest of the game, those are just like, you have most of the jobs. In the remakes, GBA Mobile and Steam, which is based on mobile, you get some additional content in the form of like 3 or 4 extra jobs plus a bonus job that you can't really use because you have to beat the super post game boss to get. So it's really cool, but you can't really use it. Like, you can use it, but it's a novelty really. But after like you get jobs progressively for the first third of the game, and then you just have access to like all of the jobs, and there's a bonus one late game. There's like one bonus one vanilla, and then the, you know, what I call the GBA jobs. This Chocobo will explain it if you want. I'm very much not mashing buttons right now because it's such a long-winded tutorial. So no thank you, Chocobo friend. Choke wave. Off to adventuring. The job system in this game works like this. I make everybody a monk until I get the water crystal. And I don't need equipment because this is pretty free. So I get a lot of HP. I get some pretty decent attack. I think it's the highest base HP in the non-remake game. And innate counterattacks and all sorts of cool stuff. It's nice. And some AoE, which is not that great. It's Yang's AoE. So yeah, that's the beginning of the game for me. I rolled monk because, yeah. That's just what I did. So I'm gonna head back to village. I'm probably gonna off-screen a level or two just for the sake of safety and getting through the next dungeon. Not so much the next boss. Next boss is gonna be rough without Black Mage, but I've done it before, so... yeah, that's the start of the 2019 4-job Fiesta for me. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Love your faces, and peace.